Well, welcome back to another episode of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. Our adventurers are here in a cave, so as adventurers often find themselves. They have just come from the town of Good Mead, who has been having a problem with a small giant problem. Verbeeg has been taking their casks of honeymead and killing their citizens, so that's no good. So the adventurers are helping out, and they've tracked an ogre back to this cave, and they just finished killing that ogre and found some of those casks that were stolen in this room. Now we pick up right there. You guys just finished combat with this ogre.
All
right.
I think I am worried that we've made a lot of noise and that other people are coming.
Especially the Verbeeg or Beegs.
Because we know that there's more than just this.
Hey, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. 13?
Yeah, you do hear movement in that room you came from to the south that had the fire going.
Okay. I don't remember if I still had my... I don't think I had my lights on. Someone had a torch, right?
Yeah, you guys ended up... I think you just threw a torch into the room to light the room.
Okay, cool. So I will kind of point back. I don't know if anyone hears. I don't know why. I'll want to be quiet even though I know that they've heard things. I think that's just instinctual. They'll be like, guys, over here. And kind of point.
You hear this deep voice. It says, Friend, make too much noise.
I will do my best impression of that guy, the ogre's voice, and be like, sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
Okay. Not performance?
I think it's deception.
Or wait a second, cast guidance. So add a D4.
Okay. I mean, 16?
He's like, it's okay. And that's you hear some just some movement from behind you down there.
Okay. So then I will tell everyone let's sneak whatever sneakiness we have to do to turn back around to see. I don't know. Well, part of me wants to see if there's anything else down past him, not back the way we went, just to make sure we're not going to be closed in on both sides.
Yeah, there does seem to be another way out of this room that the ogre was in.
Okay.
Is the ogre's body blocking the way? Would we see it?
It's pretty big, but you can get around it. And to recap, this room also has nets up above that seem to be holding up other. Read it. Yeah, suspended from the ceilings of this chamber by a series of ropes and pulleys are 6 baskets, and clustered near the south wall are 3 wooden casks.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think we don't need to worry about what's in those yet. We have to just
get rid of what
kill everybody first. Kill everyone before we explore. Well, does someone want to just quick check around that corner just to make sure that there's not someone else about to come from that direction?
With that previous perception check, would we be able to tell where the voice came from, which direction?
It came from the south, the room with the fire.
Okay.
So from the way that we originally came through, but we haven't been.
Yeah, that room had something roasting on the fire, and there were a bunch of sheep and goats kind of in a pen.
I mean, I'll just like kind of motion like stay. I'm just gonna like kind of creep around the corner then, just to see in the direction that we haven't been, just to double check and make sure.
Oh, coming down that way? Okay.
Yeah.
You see there's another room beyond with some kind of, I believe it's a stone table. Let me read the instruction.
I want to douse the fire and call the other one in this room and get a sneak attack. Go out and meet him.
Okay, so if you're coming into the next room and look around, you see there are carved steps on the south side that climb. These are steps that lead down from where you are. Okay. So you kind of climb up a little bit. It's through this pathway to get to this room, and there are steps to the south that are carved that go down. It has narrow natural exits in the east and west walls. That's one of the ones that you're climbing through. And in the middle of the room is a rectangular stone block 7 feet long, 4 feet wide, and 3 feet tall. There are pictographs on the walls of the chamber that seem to tell the tale of one tribe's journey through mighty mountains and across perilous tundra.
Okay. I'm fine with being like, okay, no one's like right directly there. So I'll kind of come back to the group then.
Okay.
We can explore that later. But that looks like sacrificing stone. Okay, yeah, like, well, we can't really get rid of the fire. I don't know. Because there's the big fire in the other room. Like, we can't douse that fire.
But the one we're currently in.
Yeah, but the guy is in a room with the big pit and the fire. So that room is still lit up.
Do your voice and call him into where we're at.
Oh, get him in here. Okay.
Do we know if it's just the one?
I don't think so. I thought from the last episode it was like multiple.
I think it was said like that they think that there's 3. So yeah. We can try that.
Or do you think they're all in this cave or in those other 3 caves further back?
I think they all connect. My guess from what I saw is the room that I just went into was probably what that center, like we've gone in this one that went around. There was a center one like this, and then there was another one to the side. I think that center one is right next to us. I think they all connect.
You can smell the air and perceive if it connects.
Sure, make a perception check.
I'm going off the way it like looks, just the way that it was carved outside, and that is also carved. That's why it made me think that.
To smelling the air, you mostly smell whatever was roasting on the fire back the way you came. That's mostly what you notice. There was some kind of meat on a spit over the fire.
Well, do giants have night vision? Because then or like dark vision? Because then trying to sneak up on them might not. I don't know.
Would we know whether a giant has dark vision or not? Is that like a nature check?
Make a nature check.
A nature check.
We all do it.
15.
I'm not sure if you are aware. Yeah, I don't know if you've had a whole lot of background with giants.
All right. Do y'all want to walk out and see?
Let's just do it.
I don't think we have much of a choice.
I mean, let's sneak, see what's going on, and just, I mean, a surprise round is a surprise round. Like, yeah, we gotta go. He could come in here any minute and then surprise us. So,
All right.
All right. Who? So you're going back into that room with the fireplace?
yeah.
Who's going first? What's your order?
Same
I'll go
order
first.
as last week. People with dark vision on either end.
Yeah, Jack, you can be first, and I'll be on the back.
Okay. Because there's fire in there. That room is lit up.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jack first, Dewey's last. That's kind of
I'll be
the order.
Jack.
Okay. So Jack, I'm gonna have you make a stealth roll.
$17.
Okay. Yeah, you come up and slowly kind of peek around the corner, and you can see a giant is sitting there near the fire, kind of roasting whatever is on the fire, and there is a cave bear sitting next to him.
Oh,
And they don't seem to notice you just yet, but you can hear it seems kind of like he's having like a quiet conversation. And he's like, Yokobor, it's a good dinner. Gaji and friend be pleased. Good dinner.
All right. I'm going to slip back and tell the others what I see.
So I will whisper, like, do you want me to try to charm or sleep? I don't know if I can, but I can try.
I got to sleep too. You each take one. Will they sleep through loud noises? Can we put one and fight the other? Will they sleep through that if they're not
If you're
touched?
using the sleep spell, it is a magical sleep. So the sleep spell says what will wake them up.
The only thing that other noises won't wake them. It's only if they get attacked or like.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's if someone specifically shakes them awake or if they take damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. These guys are bad. They've killed people. Like, we just have to kill them.
I'm thinking Dewey's getting more and more violent as the years go on.
Hey, I said I could do it if you want, but like I also I'm a realist.
I'm eyeballing Kashesi.
I'm actually, we're about to do this, so I am going to. I was going to do this before, and then I didn't end up doing it. I'm going to cast Bear's Endurance on Kashesi.
All right.
And that means you will now have advantage on Constitution checks, and you'll get a 2d6 temporary hit points.
Okay.
So you can roll a 2d6 and add that to your hit points, and that will last for the next hour.
That's 2 and a 5, so that's 7. Takes him up to 29. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Does everyone else feel good? Like, does anyone need healing or anything like that? I feel like we did pretty good from the first one.
Oh, who should we put to sleep first? Y'all had know anything about those bears? We do a nature check to see which is the bigger threat.
Sure.
Three.
You are not sure. It's you're familiar with the concept of a bear, and it's when it's brown. It's pretty big. The giant's also pretty big.
I'm about to like Leroy Jenkins out of this cave, guys. We can do
Let's
this.
kill the guy
If
first.
you're not, I was gonna say if you're gonna do sleep and it doesn't work, I have a spell already.
Let's kill the guy first. His dog to sleep. You kill this bear pet, he's gonna go crazy.
Okay. I'll try to put the bear to sleep then, because that has to do with hit points. So, like, I'm imagining the giant has a lot more.
Probably.
Okay. Break.
All right.
We're behind you. We're behind you, Dewey.
Literally, we're behind you.
Well, okay, so sleep I can cast. You know what? Let me I can do it 90 feet away. So I just have to within range doesn't say that I have to physically see them. So am I within 90 feet around this corner?
I think so. That is strange to have a spell that doesn't require sight.
It says creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range. It just says...
Okay.
Okay. I am
So you don't
going
even have to be within 20 feet of the creature, you have to be in 20 feet of a point. Or you have to be within 90 feet
90
of a point
feet.
that's 20 feet within them. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're 20, yeah. I'm going to cast it at level 2.
So it's even as you stand at the back of the group, you're like 40 feet away.
You know, I might be able to get both of them. So, it is 5d8. And then I'm doing it, when you cast it 2 or higher, roll additional 2d8. So that's going to be 7d8. And then subtracting their hit points. So that was a 3. Another 3. 7. 1. 4. 8. And 7. Did someone else count that?
So if I counted right, I had 33.
Oops.
Okay.
So that's 33 total hit points you're putting to sleep?
Yes.
Okay. So you cast your spell.
And I'm gonna like slowly sneak around the corner to see if what worked.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check.
22.
Okay. Yeah, you come around and look, and you see the giant is there. It looks like holding some kind of boot and using a knife to like cut into it. And he like looks over at the bear. Like, been a long time since he dwarf. It'll be good dinner. And they both seem awake but they haven't noticed you.
Shoot. Okay. So I like back up and be like, guys.
Next plan, I could cast command and see if I can get one of them to flee. It's a wisdom saving throw of 13.
Maybe on the bear.
Yeah. What do y'all think?
Yeah. Go for it.
Let's try that, and then because if both of them are over 33 hit points. Okay.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do the cast command. And
Go ahead and make a stealth roll first. Earl sneaks up.
Why does it have to be stealth? 13.
They don't seem to notice you.
It's good. Okay. Goes Earl.
So I'll let you cast this, but then we'll roll initiative.
Okay. Alrighty, I will cast command on the bear.
Okay.
With the command being flee.
Okay, needs to make a wisdom save.
Yes.
That was kind of... That is an 11.
Okay.
Nice.
So that is a fail, I believe. Here. Yep, and needed to get a 13 to save. So it is commanded to flee.
Yes.
All right, and the giant turns up and sees you, and we'll roll initiative.
Woohoo!
And Earl goes, hi. Hi, kitty.
18.
18, Kishezi.
Wow, look at you. I'm a 5.
5 for Dewey.
That's with a +3, so I rolled a 2.
2.
Okay, we got a
There you
2
go.
for Earl. Did you say 8 for Jack?
20.
Oh, 20. Okay.
Oh.
What do you call a good roll? Just a letter B. Perfect 20. Whatever.
All right. All right, so Jack, you are up first.
All right. Let's see here. Did the dog run away? Did the bear run away?
It has been told to run away.
All right. I'm just gonna run at it with the glaive attack here. Giant. It is.
Okay, you're gonna run in and make an attack.
I'm just like, he's enjoying his dinner, and then all of a sudden this like giant turtle's like running at him with his name, like
Yeah.
It's really slow though. 10 to hit.
10 does not hit.
Oh snap!
Yeah, he stands up. Well, I guess he'll wait for his turn. But no, he kind of just brushes you off as you're coming in.
Oh crap! Let me see. Let me see what my bonus action is. Okay, I think. I think my shell is an actual action. Okay, I just move around to the backside of them, but not far away, and to get the
Okay, you
opportunity.
want to try and get down back here?
Yep.
Okay. Then Kishezi is up.
All right. I'm gonna save it for the giant and the bear, but I'll try it out this week. Gonna cast Arc Lightning.
Okay, you want to move in a little closer?
Yes.
You kind of stay back as far as you can. You can get around the corner just to see them both.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, let's read Arc Lightning.
You create a bolt of lightning that arcs toward a target of your choice that you can see within range. The target must make a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 2d8 lightning damage on the failed save or half as much on a successful one.
Okay. Are you targeting the giant first?
Yes.
Okay, dexterity saving throw. That is low. That is 2.
Yeah, does not save. And that's 2d8. That's an 8. And 4.
12 lightning damage. Okay.
Alright. And it says it arcs from the creature and you're able to target up to 2 additional creatures, but I don't think the bear is around.
Oh, the bear's right next to him.
I'm sorry, Earl. I'm gonna aim it at the bear just in case it's a problem. So yeah,
Yep, so
aim
the
at the
bear can make a dexterity save. That's pretty high.
well, he doesn't get burned today.
That's an 18.
Ah, yeah, he saves.
Okay. But he still takes half damage, so you can do 1d8 and the bear will take half damage.
Alright. That's 2.
2, alright, 1 damage. Burned some of the bear's hair.
Alright.
Alright. Is that all for your turn?
Yeah, that's all for me.
Okay, it is the bear's turn. It is going to... It has a pretty good speed. It's going to spend its turn fleeing. It's just gonna leave the room. Alright. Took its command. It is the giant's turn. So yeah, he stands up and looks. He kind of just brushed off Jack, so I think he's going to look for where that flash of lightning came from, and step forward and run into Earl first and attack Earl. He's carrying this like stone knife. He's going to attack with, and he's also holding this boot. But he's gonna try to hit Earl with this knife. That's 13 to hit.
Barely misses.
All right, and he's gonna try again. That's a natural 20.
So yeah.
That's gross. Okay.
Oh, good.
Critical hit.
I'm sorry, Earl.
You all can resurrect me, right, guys? I'm not the only one.
What?
Somebody can save me if I die, right?
That is 24 piercing damage.
Oh, good. I'm down to 3 hit points.
Wow.
And yeah, and he's just like, "What you doing here? It's our dinner." And it will be Dewey's turn.
Hey, Stephen, I got a quick question. I have Rebuke the Violent that seems to be used right after an attacker deals damage to someone else. Can I use it now? Do I wait my turn?
Is it a reaction? Yes, it is. Okay. So an attacker within 30 feet deals damage with an attack against a creature other than you. You can use your reaction, so you are within 30 feet of it. You can use your reaction to force the attacker to make a wisdom saving throw. Also, does your glaive have reach? You used a glaive, right?
Yeah.
It has reach, so you don't get an opportunity attack, but you can use this if you want. You can use the Rebuke the Violent.
Yeah, I want to use that right now.
Okay, so he's going to make the giant make a wisdom saving throw. He fails, and on a failure, the attacker takes radiant damage equal to the damage it just dealt. So, what was that, 24?
Okay.
Nice.
Welcome for taking one for the team, guys.
Because Jesse, I think, Alyssa, I think you still have a bardic inspiration I gave you too.
Oh yeah, I do. That's
from
the
yesterday
D6.
or yesterday, last week. So don't forget that. Like, if you feel like you need more, you can add that D6 to something.
Got it.
You used yours, right, Susanna?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so this giant just comes in and just like cuts Earl apart, but then this blast of radiant energy comes back and hurts him. I was like, little one hurt. So,
Yeah.
Zoe's turn.
Okay. I am first going to bonus action give Jack a bardic inspiration.
Do you need to be in line of sight to do that?
Nope, they just gotta hear me.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm a bard. So I just sing my little inspirational go Jack song, and he has it. So yeah, so anytime you feel like you need to roll, you can add an extra D6 to something.
All right.
I think Jesse's camera's frozen.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. I guess I'm gonna go up and try to stab him with my rapier. Here's the question that I had. Can you like disarm someone? Is that like an action?
That is a good question.
I was thinking of how well that worked that we took away his weapon the last time. I was like, can I do that again? It doesn't like necessarily say as actions in combat that you can do, but I didn't know if
I'm checking real quick to see if there's an obvious answer.
okay.
It can be an improvised action if I don't find an official action.
Okay.
Or it could be a grapple.
Yeah, like I'm grappling the weapon. I guess that could make sense.
See anything like so? Yeah, if you want to try that, that's an athletics contest.
Okay. Well, I might not be the best person to try to do this, but I could try.
Okay, so Dewey runs in and tries to just grab onto his arm where he's holding that knife.
Yeah. Okay, come on. Big money, big money. 17?
That is enough. That was just enough. So yeah, you successfully basically like grab onto his arm. I'll say he like lifts his arm and like lifts all of you, but you're able to like wiggle and maneuver enough that he lets go of the knife.
Okay, I know the pressure point. That makes you like made him drop it.
Yeah,
okay.
So he will drop the knife, and you are on his arm still.
Oh, I don't want to be on his arms.
You might fall as well. He's like really kind of wiggling you around, and you're holding on.
Oh, okay.
So you can let go. I'd let you do that as a free action.
Yeah, I'll let go.
Okay, and
I don't mind falling on my bum.
Yeah, you will take 2 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall.
But I'm a cat. I like fall on my feet. So
make the dexterity save.
Thank you.
I'll cast guidance for you.
That's a extra D4, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't even know if I need it. That's a 24.
Okay. Succeeding the save, you can reduce the damage by half, so you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Ah. Is
And I'm gonna move you over to the side from that, so you kind of landed over here.
okay. Is it too much for me to try to pick up the sword and like?
Yeah, I think it kind of tossed it fell in a different way.
Okay. But it wouldn't be easy for him to just pick right back up, right?
I'll say it would be his whole action to do that.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Okay. I guess that's all I can do then.
Okay, Earl is up.
Great with my 3 hit points.
Heal yourself.
Is taking a potion a bonus action?
Yes, if you're taking it for yourself.
Okay. Then if I take a step back, will our giant friend get an opportunity attack?
If you step back far enough.
Okay.
He does have reach.
What if I step back, say, 3 feet?
Yeah, you can. If you step back to here,
Yes.
you're okay there.
Okay. Then as an action, I'd like to cast Spiritual Weapon. And as a bonus action, I'd like to take one of my healing potions.
If you look at Spiritual Weapon, it is a bonus action.
Oh, I wasn't sure if Spiritual Weapon, like the actual casting of it, was like an action, and then subsequently it would be a bonus action to create it. To use it.
Yeah, it's a bonus action the first time and each time after. However, you can choose to take a potion as an action.
Okay.
So that's the rules as written. Taking a potion is an action, but I've given you all a feat that can make it a bonus action. But you can choose not to do that and take the regular take a potion action to let you use a bonus action. So.
Okay, then potion action, casting Spiritual Weapon, bonus action.
Okay.
And Spiritual Weapon, I think this is right with my deity. I'd like it to be a retractable spear that can like lengthen and shorten.
Okay. I don't at the moment have a good token for a spear, but what I will do is I'll just bring in a sheep, and that will be your spiritual weapon for the moment.
Your spiritual sheep.
Where would you like it to be? I stuck it in front of you, but
I would like it to be behind our giant friend, especially in case our bear friend comes back.
Okay. And now you can also attack with it.
Okay. All right, the sheep spear is going to go stabby then.
A spear.
Spear. So it's a D20 plus 5?
I think so.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Nice.
All right, yeah, that's a hit.
All right, then 1d8 plus 3. That's 7 damage. And, all right.
7 damage, yeah, he's looking bloodied.
Oops. All right, and with my healing potion, I got 9.
So we're back to the top of the round. Jack is up.
Did you take a potion, Earl?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm up to 12 hit points now.
Okay. I gotta help you then. I'll just do another glaive attack.
Okay, did you want to move in? You can reach him with your glaive from here. But if you want to move at all.
Look at the. Yeah, I'll take a step closer. And I did 15 to hit.
15, that is a hit.
And I want to use a spell on this one. So my damage was 12. Now I cast my spell, right?
Yep.
Ooh. Here's smite. Oh, an attack deals an extra 2d6 thunder damage. Uh, 24. Right.
24 total?
24, yeah.
Okay, that was a good Thunderous Smite then. Yeah, and once again, another loud thunderous roar as Jack contacts and does a bunch of damage. This giant's not looking very healthy.
And he got pushed.
Oh yeah, he needs to make a strength save. What is that? That is going to be... That's a 12.
Does anyone know John Mulaney? Oh, push him.
So yeah, 12 is what he needed to save, so doesn't get pushed.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, Shazzy's up.
Alright, think I'm gonna go for Ice Knife this time.
Alright.
Oh, I thought for sure you'd be like, take advantage of, that was the thunder, now here comes the lightning.
I thought about it, I did. What I think I'm gonna do level 1 Ice Knife.
Okay. Your spell attack.
Okay, where are we at? You create a shard of ice and fling it at one creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 piercing damage. Hit or miss, the shard then explodes. Alright. Where's my d10? There it is.
So you need to make your attack first. So it's a d20 plus 4.
Got it. Plus 4. Ooh, that is a total 15.
15 is a hit.
Alright. And 1d10. That is 3.
3 damage. Okay.
You can roll.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, you can roll your extra d6.
Got it. I think I will use that since he's bloodied. That's 2, so that's 5 total.
Okay. And your ice knife explodes. It's going to hit. It's going to hit the giant and Jack and Dewey for 2d6 damage.
Oh.
Alright. So that's a 1, so that's generous. And a 6, so 7 total.
7 total. So Jack and Dewey, you take 7 damage. And for the giant, how do you want to do this?
Ooh.
The shard initially hit, right?
Yep, the first one hit and then it exploded. Yeah. Yeah, after your first hit, it had 1 hit point left.
Oh, nice.
Shot through the heart.
Right in the chest. Shot through the heart. And it just like got stuck there and just like exploded.
Yeah, that's why bits of the ice came out of him and hit Jack and Dewey. With
Sorry,
shrapnel.
guys. I'm sorry.
Dewey sings, "You give love a bad name."
Oh, wake the bear, Dewey.
It was softly, like
Oh.
under my breath, like. I feel like this whole cave is one of those things of like, because we know there's more. It's like you want to cheer and relax, but it's just like, where's the other thing? It's like we're like, yeah. Wait a minute. Like
Polar Bear's turn. Since he's done fleeing, he's just gonna turn around and come back.
yay.
Hi, kitty.
He can
Or
swoop
bear.
out there, and it will go ahead and attack Jack. It's going to try and do a bite. That is a 14 to hit, which I don't think hits.
17.
And it's going to try and swipe you with claws. That's even worse, so no hits.
I put that leg in the shell as he tries to snap. And then step back out.
All right. So Dewey's turn.
Okay. I guess I will just try to do a good old rapier attack on it.
Okay. So you're gonna
Probably move in.
are you gonna try and step over the giant or step around the fire?
I'll go around the fire. Maybe. Okay. Oh, good. Dirty 20.
All right.
And that is going to be for 7 damage.
Okay. All right. Then Earl's turn.
All right. Probably need to save some spells just in case. So I'll use Sacred Flame cantrip.
I'm just checking. Is your spiritual weapon is not concentration? That's awesome. Okay.
Yes. All right. So Dex throw 13.
It's a saving throw.
Yes.
That got a 15.
All right. So womp womp. And bonus action, spiritual weapon, stabby stabby.
Okay.
All right. That is an 18.
18's a hit.
All right, good. Thank you. +5. And then 1d8. That is an 8.
Yeah, okay. All right, then back to Jack.
Okay. And I duck into my shell and harness divine power. Get another spell slot.
That uses your channel divinity,
Yep.
which is that an action?
Oh, it's under. Oh, it does use my channel divinity. As a bonus action, you touch your holy symbol, utter a prayer, and expand.
Oh, okay. This is a bonus. So yes, you can. As an action, you come into your shell, and as a bonus action, you harness divine power.
Okay, well, I don't go into my shell then.
Okay. So you can just as a bonus action, you can harness divine power, and then you still have an action.
Okay, yeah. So I'm just going to utter the quick prayer with my scrolls or whatever, and then I'll do another glaive attack on the dog. Am I close by enough?
Oh yeah.
I love how it's like a dog, a cat, like.
Oh, there. All right, 8 to hit.
An 8 isn't gonna miss.
All right.
It
I'll
kind of just
stay close
roars
by.
at you and dodges out of the way.
Do you still have
For 1 for 1, both missing.
do you still have your well, I guess you already know it's a miss, but I was gonna say you still have your bardic inspiration, your D6 that you can add to something if you need to.
Oh, really? I clicked the inspiration button, but does that do anything?
It just reminds you that you have it.
It's not helpful. Okay, do y'all remember what I rolled? Sorry. It was 8, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, and I had a 6d6 to it.
Yeah. You can try and see if that helps.
14.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yay.
Thank you. I'm uninspired. 6 damage, and I want to use another spell. I'd like to use. Where was it? Divine Smite. I always have that prepared.
Yeah.
2d8 radiant damage. Ah.
7 on top of your 6.
Yep, 7 total
Okay.
damage.
That was
To roll 2 ones.
okay. 7 damage. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. That would be 8.
That's what I
That
thought.
was my original damage was a 6, and then 2 ones.
All right. Yeah, it's looking bloodied. And Kashesi's turn.
Okay. What is the reach on this? I want to cast Thunder Wave. Level 1 Thunder Wave. I don't think it's within 15 feet of me, is it?
You have to move forward just a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I'll move forward within range.
Am I gonna be your collateral again?
Step back.
Jack might be.
Okay, good. I'm like, I'm hurting a bit.
I'm sorry. A wave of thunderous roar sweeps out from you. Each creature in the 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a fail save, 2d8 thunder damage, and push 10 feet away.
Okay, so yeah, it's going to be Jack and the bear.
Okay, good.
Okay.
That is a... Yeah, Jack, go ahead and make a Constitution save. The bear fails.
3.
Jack also fails.
Alright. 2d8. That's an 8. And a 7. So 15.
All right. Yeah.
Alright, Jack.
How do you want to do this?
I love how
Jack or the
all
bear?
the big things that just like explode all over everyone are the things that you're like just like finishing people off with.
I mean, listen.
So
I just wanted to make sure I get the job done.
So this bear gets hit by this mighty blast, and it gets pushed back 10 feet, which is going to it's going to knock Dewey over.
I'm at 2 hit points now.
So sorry.
Jack also gets pushed with it. But yeah, Dewey, you have this large dead cave bear on top of you.
Great.
And I'm going to... I'm going to say that also puts the fire out. So it's now got dark in here.
I'm blind. I'm not even in my shell.
But yeah, that's it. We're out of initiative for now.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. I'm just standing in the dark, apologizing to everybody.
I think Dewey just squeaks out, "Help!" Because there's this big bear on me right now.
I can't see right now because it's like pitch black right now.
Yes.
I'm still
There's probably some like decaying embers of the fire, but yeah, most of that like just went away with that rush of wind.
Still dusting myself off. Jesse, you heard Dewey.
Thunderous force. I don't know if that's supposed to put out a fire, but I thought that's a fun extra thing.
I'll bring my torch from the other room.
I think you guys said you put it out because you were trying to be sneaky.
Okay. I'll go ahead and light it.
Prestidigitation to light the fire again.
Okay, that's easy enough to do. It wasn't completely out.
Yeah.
A little help, guys.
And I rushed over to do it to push the bear off of her.
Yeah, something you can also
Dude,
hear
what
the goats making noise, getting a little restless.
Oh yeah, how are the animals in the pen doing right now, having witnessed this?
I know, right? Like they're probably like freaking out.
Yeah, it seems that especially the loud noises seem to have startled them, but they're kind of just hanging out. They're making some noises to each other occasionally, but
the fainting goats, the fainting sheep.
Yeah, I imagine each time there was one of those thunderous smites, all the goats fell over.
all the wool just popped off and like laid down.
Jag, I'm gonna see that you are hurting, and I'm gonna do some cure wounds on you. And that gives you 10 hit points.
I can use a lay on hands at any time.
Yeah.
Does anybody else need stuff? Because we're probably gonna run in more before we go home.
Can I cure wounds myself?
I think so.
I'm gonna touch myself.
Yep, you have to touch.
And give myself some too.
Do y'all need anything before I use mine? Is anybody else injured?
I think it was just, oops. Oh.
I mean, I've got 12, but I wasn't hit as badly.
I'm at 12 now too. Kashesi, what are you at?
I'm actually at full.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
she's been fine.
Just wait till we get home.
She's pushing it all away. She's like,
Kashesi's been rolling low all campaign, but was the MVP of this one.
I know, right?
You owe us drinks.
I love how I gave
do.
you, and I gave you all this extra thing too, because I was like, oh, like she usually gets hit around a bit. I'm gonna give her some extra like hit points. Nah, I should have like, you didn't even need it.
I was doing so good. All right, I'm gonna walk over in the dark and give Earl 7 lay on hands.
Thanks, Turtle Bro.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna take 8 for myself.
I think I'm not convinced that like that's the last of them. And I think I'm on like let's see if we can clear this place out and make sure that there's nobody else in here.
Yeah, why don't we check out the stairs?
Yeah, I think we need to go out this left. I think that's all going to connect together.
So you're going left from here?
Yeah, I'd like to go left.
Okay. I'm just gonna, you guys can all come back. I'm just gonna move Dewey's token to make it easier.
I'll take a short rest before we move on.
Do you want to?
Is that reasonable? Or would it be just...
Short rest is like 30 minutes. I would say I would worry if somebody else is in here.
Okay. All right. Move in.
So you head over and you see this kind of circular pathway go north and south, and this kind of cut out continues straight ahead.
I'm going to go north on the circular pathway.
Okay, as a natural tunnel bisects a ring-shaped excavation in this area.
And I'm going to guess that those are the stairs that I was in.
So heading north, you find these stairs up
Yep.
to the room you saw before.
Okay. I'm going to follow the circle down and see if that takes to the like entrance then.
Where that slab was before, Steven, you said there were like runes on it or something. Could that be something I do a religion check on? See if I could tell what's happening.
Sure, that one is... Yeah, there's pictographs on the walls of the chamber, and it shows the tale of one tribe's journey through mighty mountains and across a perilous tundra.
Okay.
So yeah, if you make a religion check or a history check.
All right, religion it is. And would that also tell me potentially what the slab is?
Yes.
Okay. 18.
18. Looking at one piece of information real quick. This seems to be a tomb or a burial chamber. This seems to be someone of more importance. There is an idea that it might be one of the barbarian tribes that you know that live in Icewind Dale. And this could potentially be the tomb of a chieftain.
Is there a dead chieftain in the slab?
So you want to open it?
Ooh, is the cleric going to desecrate a burial ground?
Well, this is more. Earl's like on the fence right now. Like he's reverent, but he's super, super curious to see what the heck's going on. Like, could I do a perception check?
Yeah,
to
do
see
a
if
perception check.
There's something in there?
Look around somewhere.
Okay. Perception check. 16.
16, yeah, you find more pictures that you kind of see how they put together and tell more of a story. It shows how this chieftain led her tribe to settle in Icewind Dale, and they fought off terrible monsters to claim their land, and found peace in their new home. You pick out one image of the chieftain. It seems to be wielding some kind of wand to cast a disruptive spell.
I don't know if this is the right thing. Like, could I do like an insight check to see if there's, or maybe history, to see if that either wand or like this story has any bearing to what's happening with like the Frostmaiden or anything?
Okay, yeah, try a history check.
Okay. 18.
18, you're not sure of any connection. You are aware of different tribes, people called barbarians who live in Icewind Dale, and you know there has been a history of conflicts. And but yeah, you're not sure of anything more specific.
Okay.
But are you gonna see if the buried with the wand? I thought it was curiosity that killed the cat.
Yeah, I know, but oh gosh.
I'll go through and if I see Earl like thinking about this, I would just walk over and like look at it, open it.
Yeah, Jack, you try to move this stone block, and it is very heavy. You don't seem to have the strength to make it move.
Oh.
I think it would require more people.
Or wait a second. Is there magic on this stone?
I do detect good and evil.
Detect good and evil. You are not noticing anything here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Divine sense, which is detect good and evil. Okay.
Same thing. And I don't know offhand. I don't remember offhand what all that says, but I can tell you, there's no undead. There's no
hallow spells affecting it.
And I'll have you, Jack, make an intelligence roll.
Add a D4 for guidance.
$11.
Okay, so the one thing you notice when you cast this is you came back with nothing.
Oh. Nothing at all?
Nothing at all. Nothing that triggered your sense.
I see Dewey's ears moving. Hey, do you know something about this?
What have you always gotten every time you've done since?
Oh, where's your little elf? Where's your mean guy, Earl?
Oh,
Where's your shoulder guy?
Yeah. Earl, can Earl kind of like mutter to Quillbrack, be like, "Hey, Quillbrack, this seems pretty interesting. Anything you want to add?"
You wait a moment, there's no response.
All right, let's move it. I get out my quarterstaff and start pushing on it.
Okay, make an athletics check.
$19.
You give it a good push. You have a good spot where you have some leverage, but just you pushing on it alone, you stop before you think you will snap your bow staff. You do think this is movable, but you don't have the strength in it by yourself.
Help here? Any help here?
If we're all there, I'll help. I mean, I'm not a strong person, but I'll help.
Okay, yeah, everyone's regrouping up here in this tomb. So who all is trying to help now that it's a group effort?
I think I'm still in the old room.
I'm just moving just to explore rather than me dragging 4 tokens across. I'm just moving Dewey.
I can't see outside of my circle.
Oh, yeah, that's going to happen because you don't have light.
Did I kind of light a torch?
Yeah.
I can't see me at all.
We're all in the dark except my blind side and Dewey, right?
Yes.
Dewey, why don't you give us some lights?
I guess
You're concentrating.
Okay. I was concentrating on the thing for Kashesi, but obviously she's fine today, so I can take that.
I can do the torch.
She doesn't need it. I'll throw up my lights because at this point I feel like I'm feeling that there's no one else here at the moment, and
Sure, I have lots of torches from the sailors.
no, I can do my lights.
Alright, so temp HP goes down, right? I
Yeah.
go back to regular. Okay.
Whatever I added for you.
Is this something new I see off to the right here?
No, that's what you already killed.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just circled around completely.
I'll test. Let me down.
Okay, who else is trying to open the tomb?
I joined in. It's already started. So
Okay, everyone who's doing it, go ahead and make an athletics check, and I'm going to add all of your numbers together.
uh 10.
I had 20.
Ah.
Somehow. I'm +1.
Earl's hesitating, but he's just too curious about it at this point. He ate.
So you see the three of them are pushing at it, not just kind of struggling with it. So Earl comes in and joins in. So altogether, you are at 49. You're pushing and pushing, and it's you've seen it budge a tiny bit, but this is a really heavy block of stone. So anything else that any of you can contribute to try and get this to move?
Magic hand.
Mage hand can do an extra 10 pounds.
All right. The power of Mage Hand pushing, because you needed a 50 and you rolled a 49. So
There we go.
I'll say up a Mage Hand. You slide it over.
Whee.
And probably take a moment to all catch your breath. But revealed beneath it is a shallow niche in the floor. And you see what appears to be the bones of a female human. And there is kind of just dust and tatters of what used to be clothes. This is a pretty old tomb.
Anything of value down in there? I'll bring the...
Make a perception check or investigation check. Let's do an investigation.
These rolls are so bad. 3.
3. So how much are you like getting up in this skeleton?
I would stick my head pretty close.
Okay.
I'm afraid of that.
You do notice she seems to be holding something in each of her hands. They're kind of clenched tightly.
Earl is going to look at Jack kind of oddly, and he's kind of making like a sign of he's super curious, but he's like, I'm sorry, but I have to look a little bit. Could I do, what would this be for the things in her hands? Would that be a religion check, history check, perception?
Let's do a perception first. Are you trying to just look at them, or are you trying to like go and remove them?
I want to look at them first, just to see what they are.
Okay, yeah. Make a perception check. It's a little bit difficult because you have hand bones around them.
Okay. So
We're going to be
perception
holding...
check, like a disadvantage or something?
It'll just be a difficult check, so you have to roll high.
Well, at least I have a +5. All right, that was a natural 20 +5.
Okay. Yeah, and your right hand obviously is a magic wand. It seems to be exactly what you saw depicted. You're not sure what the wand does, but it's some kind of magic wand. In the other hand, it is some kind of you're not sure. It's just kind of like a round stone object. It also, you get the feeling that it has some kind of magical power as well.
Oh, okay. Then in that sense, can I cast Identify?
Yeah. For Identify, do you have to be touching the object?
Yes.
Okay. So are you just going to try and like lean in and touch on the skeleton, or you're going to try and pick up the objects?
I'm going in and trying to touch the objects around the skeleton hands.
Okay, they're like held onto, so you can finagle it, but yeah, you're right
And
up on
meanwhile,
this
Earl's kind
skeleton.
of muttering, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm
Okay.
sorry."
And so are you casting it twice?
Yes. And in order to cast it, in order to cast it twice, I've got to. What action is this? Sorry. I've got to cast Channel Divinity so I can feel a magic spell slot once. Okay, so yes, casting it twice.
Okay, I will send you some messages.
Secrets.
There's one of them.
Oh.
There is one of them.
Okay. Earl is going to try to extricate the objects and keep them.
Okay, yeah, it seems like the skeleton just doesn't want to let go of them. You seem like you could pry them apart, but you're going to do some damage to this old skeleton.
Man, Earl's
I see
kind of like, Earl's toying with it a little bit, and he said, and like he kind of takes his hands away, makes another little sign, and he says, "I'm sorry for what I must do," and he takes the objects out, or at least he tries to.
Yeah, a couple bones break, but then they fall off, and
Be ashamed of yourself, Earl. Let me see that.
Let me take your burden from you.
Can I tell people what I have?
that's up to you. Yeah, you can.
Alrighty.
That's information that you know.
All right. The two things that I have are, one is a wand of the War Mage, which will add a +1 to spell attack rolls. And the other is Pearl of Power. So I can use an action to speak its command word and regain 1 expended spell slot.
Wow.
What does the wand do? It gives you extra to...
It gives me a +1 bonus to spell attack rolls. And then ignore half cover when making a spell attack.
So +1 bonus is you get to roll again or something? What is...
So it's like when Kashezi did an ice knife, she would just automatically get an extra +1 to that.
Okay. Well, I'm okay with letting the pearl go. I can already do that with a prayer. Do you want me to hang on to it for you? Put it in the bank of Jack.
Jack's gonna try to sell it.
I think
Don't ever let me go to town.
And that's all that was in his room?
In this room, yes, that one stone slab.
Okay.
He was starting to explore further to the west, but you guys were making such a ruckus up here, she came and joined you.
Yeah. I want to go back. I was wanting to go south from this room.
Okay.
We never checked for goodies in the room with the bear and the guy. We got to go back for the baskets.
Yeah, I think that's last because we know we got to take those out with us.
So, you're coming down around the circular corridor again.
Yeah.
back to this kind of hewn out place. You see to the left the frozen river that you saw kind of on the way in.
I want to go down, like what would be south.
Do you want to keep going around the circular path to the south?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and down there, there's another hallway,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see. I guess you can see out to the outside where those fallen logs were. But in this corridor, it's an 8-foot high, 5-foot wide passage, and it has a dozen burial niches carved into the walls.
Oh.
So basically, there's little alcoves for more tombs.
Are there tombs in there?
Yes.
I'll kind of yell and be like, guys, there's more bodies down here.
5 feet high? Okay.
Like, I'm not interested in grave robbing, but like, if anybody else.
Oh, doesn't mind.
Jack.
What? Who broke the fingers of the old lady? It wasn't Jack.
I will atone later to my deity.
But yeah, I'll just kind of say, hey, there's more tombs down this way.
Well, let's go check it out.
Right,
I will.
Chad, are you going through the bodies?
They're just stacked up at the bottom of the end of the hallway.
No, it's kind of on both sides. There's like little sections with basically
rows of tombs, like this one was.
Yeah, going through it. This stuff is old. You try to they were in some kind of box originally, but it has all deteriorated. And mostly you find a few bones, but this has been picked apart by animals. This has been somewhat open to the elements. There's kind of just opening at the end of the hall. So yeah, you don't find anything of value here.
Any jewelry?
No, I'd say you look through here for a good 30 minutes, and you don't find anything. You barely find something that looks like a human bone. It's so deteriorated.
I was holding my breath the entire time.
Were there any like reliefs or anything around the other bodies?
There's nothing here. There's not enough. There's no like flat wall surface here. It's just kind of storage. Oh, I will say you do find what looks like it might have been at once like a stone knife, like a sharpened stone.
Okay.
I'll take it.
That's something you find.
Okay. Do we want to check out the west passage or just assume that it's probably just natural river, like it seems like?
Nothing wrong with just checking.
Okay.
Especially if there's possibly another enemy.
Yeah, so I'm trying to remember when we asked them, like, who was there, was it all hearsay that there were more?
Basically, you asked Fef, who basically does trapping in the woods and like follows tracks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he said there was more than one, and he thought one might be an ogre. And that's about all he knew.
By more than one, does he mean more than one giant and then an ogre in addition, or more than one bad guy and one of them being an ogre?
Yeah, he wasn't sure. So overall, he knew it was more than one, but he didn't know how many. He said it wasn't a lot because he would have seen more of them.
Okay. So then, okay, that might be it then. I don't know why I was thinking it was like multiple. like 3 or 4.
Yeah, if you come over this way, you see the stream. If you look left out, you can see another way out, and to the right, there seems to be more cave up to the right.
Oh, so there's another section to explore.
I guess we'll kind of go up deeper into the cave then, like follow along the water.
Okay. You come in, it's all frozen, and there seems to be a spot in the wall where the water came from, and it trickles down. It's all frozen there. There's kind of a larger pool here, and the frozen stream ends in a 7-foot deep frozen pool at the back of the dark cave. Trapped beneath the pool's ice is a stone statue of a smiling young man, naked except for a well-placed oak leaf, with his face turned toward the sky. So this is like frozen down below in that frozen water. And you can also, from the smell here, you get that this is where the cave bear likes to hang out.
Guys, watch out for fungus.
Why is there a naked, creepy, smiling man statue down there?
Can we sense whether there's anything unusual about the statue?
Let's say make a religion check.
Okay.
I'll also do it.
15.
Was Jack also doing that?
18.
So yeah, both of you recognize this as a depiction of Sylvanus, who is one of the gods of nature. And the clue is the oak leaf is his holy symbol.
What would we know about Sylvanus in relation to the Frostmaiden, if anything?
You're not sure how they would relate. I mean, obviously, a god of nature and a god of winter might work together on things that concern natural things in winter.
Like, who would go through the trouble of, like, dumping a statue in a lake inside a cave very far away?
Yeah.
It's freaking weird.
Maybe it was a temple of some sort that everyone used these caves.
Yeah, Earl's kind of curious again. Like, he wants to know, like, what the heck is happening here? Like, this is religious. Now he's super curious.
I mean, yeah, no, this is something, no, like, god's, like, statue should just, like, tossed in a dark cave where a bear's been pooping the whole time,
Can we see if it was built there and flooded later or just discarded down in the water?
I'll say just make a general wisdom check.
17?
You think this was obviously put here before it was frozen. So there may have been some kind of religious ceremony involving this particular water. I don't know. Everything else you've seen in this cave has been, other than what the giant and the ogre have brought in, the other stuff that's here seems to be far older.
Oh, okay. Okay, so this seems like really old that it was here a long time ago. Okay.
Is this something where, like, is the statue deep enough that, like, if we hit around it with, say, like, an ice pick or a mace, could we actually see the statue without potentially damaging it?
You could potentially dig through the ice to get at it. Let's see.
Got some picks.
I mean, if it was just meant to be here and not just, like, I don't know, when it's, like, thrown in there, but it's, like, standing up straight and it's, like, meant to be there, then...
You would have to dig through at least a foot of ice to get to it.
Ooh, yeah.
So it's possible, but it would take some time.
Nobody got time for that.
Gotta go for a dip, Earl?
Yeah, because, I mean, like, would we be able to sense from here whether there's anything emanating from the statue?
Want me to do the thing?
Yeah.
I'll do the Divine Sense. Detect good and evil, or see if there's a spell on it.
Yeah, I'd love to see the spell part, because if there's a spell on it, I can now use the pearl to get a spell slot back and like maybe hit identify on it.
So Divine Sense doesn't actually do this, but I'm going to give it to you this time because the Divine Sense isn't a detect magic, but there is a magical aura coming off of it.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Okay.
It is an aura of abjuration magic.
Aura of Abjuration. Would I know what that is?
I don't know that you know offhand. This is something you weren't. It's not something you would normally get back from that skill.
Can you say it one more time? Aura of what?
Abjuration magic.
And y'all know, y'all heard that, I guess.
Mhm.
Oh, you want to poke at it, Earl? Got this miner's pick.
Earl wants to poke at it and use the now pearl to get a spell slot back so he can hit identify on it. Like he's super into this.
You would have to dig down to it to be able to touch it, which is it's the foot of ice to get to it.
Earl just like motions to people and he says, "Can you help, please?"
I help by handing Earl the pick, looking blankly.
I mean, like a foot of ice to pick through. I feel like, can I roll something to know what sort of like estimation of like what sort of work that would take?
I'm
I don't
looking
even
it up myself because there's rules for it.
Okay.
Why don't Kashesi just blow it up? She's blowing up everything else tonight.
Do you have like a fire spell that you could cast without damaging the statue?
Heat it with the torches simultaneously.
Yeah, I mean, throwing a couple torches on it might help.
Where's our hot cauldron when we need it? Just dump soup on it till it goes through. All right, who's gonna help Earl?
So I'd say if you start chipping at it, once you kind of get a see of how much progress you're making, you'd feel like it would take a good hour to be able to get down to it.
Oh,
All right, some of us get some short rest. Have at it.
If you all want to take a short rest while Earl's like, fine, I'll keep at it.
I'll help you a little bit.
I mean, if they're doing that, I think I would go back to the room to try to like organize the barrels and like get everything ready for us to like and figure out how we're gonna like leave this place with all this stuff.
Okay. You guys are splitting up. I'm gonna move you. Earl and Jack are chipping away at this statue.
With torches.
Dewey's coming over to the ogre room with the supplies. What's Kashesi doing?
I'm going back with Dewey because I really want to get that polar bear and make a rug out of it.
Okay.
I think I saw, I don't know if it's like, canonly in there, but there seemed to be a cart in the room with the fire pit.
Yeah, there's a broken wooden cart.
Oh, it's broken.
Let me see. What does it say? I said it.
You can fix it.
What are my cart riding capabilities?
Yeah, it's a wooden cart with a broken wheel.
All right. While they're picking through that, can I try to fix the wheel?
Okay, you're going there instead of the room with the.
Well, I know I'm gonna need the cart to get like. There's at least 3 barrels. So I was going to get a cart to bring into that room to start loading the cart up.
Okay.
So I feel like we need a working cart first.
I didn't mean to move the old.
I was like, oh, he's coming with us.
Can get rid of the spiritual weapon sheep.
Oh,
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
could that spiritual weapon be used to help pick, or
If you want to,
Selena?
it's not going to change the timing of it.
Okay.
got to get some wool before we go back home.
It's like really late right now, isn't it, too? And like really dark.
Yeah, you guys basically, you spent like 8 hours getting here.
Yeah.
I think 8 to 10. But you guys left early. I think you left at like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
So it's like dinner time.
Yeah.
It's dark out.
It's
Okay.
already ready for us on the pit.
So you would say fixing a cart is probably like a persuasion roll?
Usually.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's going to be, it's some kind of dexterity. What would
That's
be
fine.
good?
Dex is fine. Intimidation? I can do just straight Dex. That's fine with me.
But what are you trying to repair it with? So basically, there's a broken wheel sitting there.
Yep.
And you can see where it goes on. There's nothing to really attach it.
I think I would scavenge around to see what I can jerry-rig. Is that some sort of like intelligence check to find, or perception, or investigation to find something that I might be able to like cobble something together that would work in here? Like, there's lots of stuff around here.
Yeah, so if you look around, you find one crate packed with straw.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be used as feed for the goats and sheep. The other one, there are 10 large torches made out of wood and pitch.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2 barrels in this room are half filled with salt and pepper.
Oh,
Okay.
That's
like,
about
are
what
there
we found here.
like pieces? Like, what about the? I guess I don't know what to say because I don't know what about the wheel is broken. Like, is the wheel itself broken where I need to like fix parts of the wheel together, or just I need to fix? I'm not up on my like Oregon Trail like axles, etc. Like,
Yeah, I'd say there's probably like an axle coming out and the wheel would slide over it, but there's nothing to affix the wheel to it. It'll just slide right off again.
need like a
so
powder pen.
can I like use a torch to kind of like wedge in there?
Probably, but I don't know how you're going to get it to like stay.
The wheel's intact. You just need to keep it pressed onto the axle.
Yeah, I think you just kind of need some kind of fastener.
Like, do the barrels have a I don't know. Like, is there anything in that I can take from the pen holding the animals that might?
Well, I'll say, so also as you're exploring around, you also find a small bundle near the fire that has, it seems to be dwarvish clothes, and beneath that they're covering up a battle axe.
Oh,
And you find the other boot from the one that the giant was cutting apart.
okay. Oh, so I'm looking for a nail to hold something. Is that what the consensus is?
Or maybe
the way I'm gonna set this up is like you've got an axle that sticks out. You can got a wheel that you put on it. The wheel can spin freely around it, but it'll eventually work itself back out if you don't have anything to hold it in place.
I got the photo.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
So could something like, say, a mace, which has like the stick at the end and like the club part with the spikes at the top, could you stick like the mace base at through where the spoke would be, and then the mace kind of like top would hold it in place?
I mean, part of me was just thinking, can I just like take the battle axe and go hook and like have it sit like halfway in it just to like hold it? So now there's something stopping it here, and like the wheels, like there.
Or go get some chieftain bones.
Yeah, use a femur.
Sure. Honestly, at this point, Dewey will like do whatever means that it needs to happen.
So you want to try to put the wheel on and then just throw an axe into the end of it?
If I think it's thick enough where I'm not gonna, break it completely, but enough that it will like hold.
You're unsure. The axe is made for breaking wood, and this is wood, so
okay.
You can always try. You can certainly try.
Jesse, do you have any ideas?
Not exactly. Is there any indication that you need like a nail or something, or just something just hold it on in general?
You're not sure because it seems like all the pieces aren't here for it that were originally there. That's why it's broken.
Okay.
Would a femur work to like jab into a hole and hold it there?
But there isn't really a hole to jab it into.
Hey, I'm not in the room.
Okay, well, maybe that just sits there for now, and we go and start at least like bringing the barrels, I guess, that way, and seeing what's in the nets for now.
Okay. If you go into the other room and start going through the casks, you immediately find that one of them is empty.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones are pretty big and heavy. They are 20-gallon casks each.
Yeah.
So each one of them is probably a good 200 pounds.
Perfect.
Oh.
Okay. So I just give him a nice little pat on the top and figure out how to work the nets.
And that's easy enough. You can find a string to lower it down.
Okay.
You find a treasure basket, and inside you find 72 silver pieces, 344 copper pieces, a translucent pink moss agate gemstone, a healer's kit, a hunting trap, and a small rabbit skin bag.
Can someone share that list? Y'all are all writing it?
I can...
you type it? Is anyone typing it?
Yes, a minute.
What was the translucent what?
Thank you.
I copied it in the chat.
An agate gemstone. Okay.
The gemstone is probably worth about 10 gold pieces.
Shesty, there's anything you're eyeing in this basket?
A gemstone.
Okay, you can have that.
Sorry, I just grabbed it.
Is there anything in the rabbit skin bag?
Yeah, there appear to be 10 silvered stones.
Silver stones.
Yep, they seem to be something that would be the ammunition for like a sling or some kind of simple weapon like that.
Oh, interesting. So instead of just in the next room over, still picking, I'll be like, "Hey guys, here's this stuff," and just like set it down next to
Yeah. But I'm bummed.
Sorry. I'm not. I love how I feel like Jack was having like goose pimples, like someone's getting treasure without me. When like Dewey's first instinct is to come over and drop the bag next to Jack and be like, "Here, Jack, we found this stuff."
Earl's yanking off hands to get stuff away from me. You're assigning stuff without me.
No,
Don't make me
I asked
paranoid.
Kishetzi if she wants anything. She picked a gem, and I'm bringing everything else to you and saying, "Here you go. Here you go."
I heard the coins. I heard the coins clinking from like
Yeah.
the other side of the cave.
So I'll bring him to you. The only thing, she wanted this stone. I'll say, "Hey, here's this stuff. You guys want any of it?"
Do we know that she's got it? You did that before you like told us about the rest. I would assume so. Just y'all.
Oh yeah, no, I'll say like there was a stone because Sheshi wanted that. If you guys want any of this stuff, here it is. You can feel free to rock, paper, scissors it with Kashesi, but I figure, you can have the money and these silver stones. Look at those. Ooh.
Y'all want to? I mean, we still got more bags up there to let down, right?
Yeah.
Was that the only one?
That was the total of what was in the baskets.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was all of it. So yeah, I don't Dewey doesn't take any of stuff. Dewey's not interested in any of it. So Dewey just drops it over by you guys to be able to pick and choose whatever you want to keep.
That's a nice bag, Dewey.
And then I go back to figuring out. I'm going to say like, "Oh, we're going to have a problem with this barrels once you figure out your ice picking stuff."
Well, okay, I do, Steven, I do have levitate, which I was considering casting. It says one creature or loose object.
Yep.
Okay, alright, I could use that then. So I will cast levitate on one of the barrels.
Oh wait, but how long does it last?
Yeah, good question. Up to 10 minutes.
Okay. I'm thinking like, how do we get it out of this place? And it's like an 8-hour like journey. So that will work for like maybe if we need to lift it up onto something.
Gotcha.
I don't know. We need to
I just
figure
didn't know
out
if
how
I
to.
wanted to carry it to the next room right now or not.
Yeah. No, like I just don't want you to use that spell until
Got it.
it might be like best. I think it would be really helpful lifting it up onto the cart if we get said cart going. Would you say that in the hour that it takes them to pick through that, that I could find something in this entire cave to like whittle down to make some sort of situation happen where the cart works?
Sure, let's make an investigation check.
Okay. Come on. Big money. Oh yeah, dirty 20.
So after some time, with the rope that was tying up the baskets and some other just scraps of wood or whatnot, you can basically have something that you can put on there and tie it off, and I think that'll hold.
Perfect. Okay.
The wagon wheel? Sorry, I missed it.
Yeah. We
Right.
kind of tied it up and figured it out. Okay, so I will push that over there, and then with the help of Kashesi, we can put both barrels on the cart.
Are you able to cast that twice?
Oh, it's a per thingy.
Would it only work once? Because it can hold an item up to 500 pounds, but it's concentration up to 10 minutes.
Is there anything we can put all the barrels on?
So you can cast levitate without material components once per long rest.
Okay.
So you can do it once, but then you have to take a long rest to do it again.
Gotcha. Okay. I can only cast it once. It's already.
Unless you, I think you can also do it if you consume a spell slot.
Well, go ahead and do the once, because honestly, I'm looking at the time, and I'm looking at like how long it did. I think we're going to have to sleep here.
Okay.
I do. I think we're going to have to stay the night and then trek back in the morning, because
I mean, it might not be that heavy. We move the coffin up together.
yeah, but I mean, we can try to do the other one manually, like later. But yeah, if you wanted to go ahead and do that one, I think we're going to take a long rest. So.
Okay. All right.
Plus, I want to see you do it. It's like, it's more of a quick thing. You've already talked it up, and now I'm like, okay, yeah, like, let's go.
Okay, so yeah, you get the wagon back up. You get one of the casts over and on it, and I'm guessing you test the wagon out with it, just make sure it's sturdy.
Yep.
About then, you hear another voice. It says, "Dudgy, I home.
Oh no.
Lots snow today."
Guys, I only have 2 spell slots left.
Oh my god.
And you turn just in time to see a female Verbeeg walking in this entrance back here. And she sees you, and she sees the dead bear and her dead companion.
Oh no.
They hit the bodies.
You heard Dudgy? And we're going to roll for initiative.
Oh my god.
Can we just run?
It's your turn.
I mean, before initiative happens, Kashesi and Dewey look at each other, and we both have that same face of like, run! Oh god.
Fine.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
19 for you? Okay, I got 18.
So do Jack and I know what's happening? Like, do we hear anything, or are we still picking away at the ice?
You're still picking away. I'll say make a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay.
That picking some loud business. I love the little ding.
Because of the disadvantage, a 6.
6. No, you don't notice this yet.
Great.
All right, Kashesi is up first.
Jeez. Okay. I'm gonna start off with. Is running a free action?
Up to your speed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can use an action to dash.
I'm gonna dash away.
Okay. So you can get 60 feet. Which way are you going?
Towards the direction I remember Earl and Jack being in.
Okay. You can get like all the way over here. It is dark though, the way you're running. But you can kind of, from there you can kind of see lights from torches that Jack and Earl have.
Okay.
So I'll say you just ran through the dark, but you were able to manage that okay. So Dewey is up.
Yeah, I'm gonna run as well.
Okay. Kind of the same place.
And you said she can see. I was gonna say if it's difficult, I'll put my dancing lights on.
I'll say she could make it that far. Now you've tried. I assume you either had dancing lights up or you had to keep tending to the fire. And you tell me you were tending to the fire, so I'm assuming you had your own lights up.
Okay, then that's fine.
All right.
I'm also gonna yell, guys, there's another one.
All right. So you two are now alerted. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Earl's been so absorbed with his picking. He says, "You found another statue?"
No, I'm pretty sure you could hear the panic in our voices to not know that. Like to know that that's not what we're talking about. If we're both running, we come running around the corner, like.
I figure with my perception of 6 that maybe I wouldn't have noticed. But yeah, 8.
Okay. And Jack?
I'm sorry, I was reading. What am I rolling?
Oh, it's in initiative.
Initiative. Three.
Okay. Those pages not right here. Oh yeah, so she is pretty big and can move pretty far in single steps. So we'll still dash, but we'll easily catch up with you guys. See, she's all like covered in snow and upset at sights she's just seen.
She can run farther than us?
Yeah. But she'll basically stop when she catches up with you guys. And Kashesi's turn.
I'm just gonna dash again.
Okay. As you go to leave, she's going to try to make an opportunity attack with a spear. It's low. That is 12 to hit.
Oh, that actually just hit.
Okay. That is going to be 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then you can get away.
I knew in the back of my head, like, don't put up your dancing lights. Don't put down your other thing. It lasts for an hour. Something might happen. But no, the DM lulled me into a sense of security.
So Kashesh is just running back to Jack and Earl?
Yeah.
Okay. And do his turn.
Hold on. I'm going to try to. Okay, now I know, like, charming someone. I can't make this lady my friend, right? But, like, can I charm her to say, like, don't kill us?
So it's more difficult if you are actively like in combat with it.
I mean, I'm not.
She came home and found you over the body of her dead companion,
I didn't do it.
but she's fighting you about it. So the charm person would work the same way. Like if it succeeds, but it's more difficult to succeed because you're actively in combat. So if it succeeds, the charmed creature would regard you as a friendly acquaintance.
Yeah. I just didn't know what it, would look like since she's obviously upset. But, I could, like, lie through my teeth as well and be like, we came across this. Like, I don't know. Okay. Oh. Sorry. Someone, like, I don't know what that was. Like a firework or something? There, that was scary. Okay. I'm going to actually do my my special cat run and do double.
You don't have where were you? Are you leaving the cave?
Don't I need to go up to everybody else away from this?
Everyone else, they're not that far away from you.
Oh, okay.
You could run there and back again with your double run.
Maybe I'll run there and then, like, kind of back around into, like, the, not super far, maybe not my full double, but, like, I want to get far. And then maybe, like,
further back in the room.
And then can I go down the hall towards the tomb? Like,
you can. It is kind of like it goes up a little kind of rough patch to get up there. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Hiding in that hole.
Okay. Then it is Earl's turn. Unless you had anything else you were gonna do.
I don't think I have anything I can do. Yeah, I guess that's it.
So you just heard your friends shout to you and then run into where you were.
Great. From where I am right now, would I know what's chasing us at this point?
You've heard them say there's another one, so you can maybe assume from that.
Okay. Would I need to roll like perception to know, like, would I know that, okay, there's another Verbeeg?
I can say you can probably assume a Verbeeg, an ogre, or a bear.
Okay. And then from where I am, could I move like 5 or 10 feet from where I am to be in line of sight of the Verbeeg?
It's kind of like around the corner. So I'd say you probably like run out to see like the way they came, but you don't see anything down there yet.
So in other words, I wouldn't be able to cast anything and attack it yet.
You could keep running down further, but I feel like it makes sense. Like once you like see where they came from and you don't see anything, you're not sure.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will run to where Dewey is.
Okay. She is gonna come follow and get right up in here and attack Kashesi again. Here. That's an 18 to hit.
Yeesh. I'm out.
Oh,
Well, that's not
That's
damage yet. That was just a hit.
Okay. Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. And that's 14 points of damage.
I'm out. It's -1 for me.
So Shezzy is unconscious.
I'm so annoyed that I.
It's Jack's turn.
Because that was like 2 level 2 spells that I wasted. My only level 2 spots pretty much completely useless.
Yeah, I got a quick question, Stephen. The channel divinity that I used before, I sent you a screenshot of what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
I only get to use that once, and I need to mark off that box right under Sacred Oaths.
I think so, yes.
Right, then I'll do a glaive attack.
Well, when did you do that? Did you do that? I'd say you guys can. You said you wanted to take a short rest, but we never officially took a short rest. I would say you could have done a short rest between the combat and now.
Okay, while Earl was digging.
Yeah. So if you want to get that back, you can.
Okay.
And you can also spend a hit dice if you want.
The hit dice? What do you mean by that?
When you
More health.
Yeah, if you want to get health back on a short rest, you can spend your hit dice.
I don't understand. Do I just hit short rest?
Yeah, if you hit the short rest button, it should come up in.
Okay.
Yeah, where you when you hit the short rest button, you see 3 boxes under Paladin for your hit die. If you want to spend a hit die, you check one of those off and you roll a d10, and you get that much health back when you take your short rest. But otherwise, if you don't want to do that, just hit your take short rest button, and it will reset everything that resets on a short rest.
Okay, so it's either one or the other. Not both.
Just when you take the short rest, you have the opportunity to also roll hit dice.
Okay, I did that.
Okay.
Oh, I did the short rest button. I rolled the hit die, and I got 7.
Okay, so you get 7 points of health back.
Even if it's above my max?
It'll cap off at your max.
Okay. All right, now I'm going to a glaive attack.
Okay, are you moving in closer? You can reach it with the glaive from where you're at, but you can also move closer if you want.
I'll try from where I'm at.
Okay.
Roll the 12 to hit.
12 doesn't hit. No, she's also got a shield. She's holding a shield and a spear. So it bounces off the shield.
Okay. I'll stay where I'm at.
All right. Shezzy's turn. So you're unconscious. You'll have to make a death saving throw.
All right. 11.
Okay, that's a success.
All right.
And it is Dewey's turn. You have just been joined by Earl.
And they have torches in here, right?
Yes.
I'm going to cast Bane on her.
Okay.
She needs to make a charisma saving.
Charisma saving throw. That looks like it's going to be low. That's a 3.
Yes. So, if you fail an attack or saving makes an attack or saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract that number rolled from the attack or saving throw.
Okay.
So whatever next thing I guess it has to roll.
She's bad. So it's as long as you hold concentration on the spell, it stays active.
Okay, cool.
I think up to a minute.
Yep.
Okay. All right, then Earl's turn.
Okay. Technical question. If I wanted to go up to the Verbeeg for like an attack that's like a touch attack, if I then wanted to like step back afterwards, would she get an opportunity attack?
Is as soon as you come out of her range, yes.
Okay. But if I stayed, let's say I was like 5 feet away from her, would she still get the opportunity attack?
She has reach with the weapon she has, so stepping back 5 feet is okay, but as soon as you step back 10 feet, she'll get an attack.
Okay. Because I'm debating which attack, which spell to use. You know
But
what?
also, if you step back 5 feet, she can also just still reach you from there. Like if your purpose for stepping back was so you wouldn't get hurt next time, stepping back 5 feet, she can just reach you from 5 feet away.
Okay. Okay. Screw it. I gotta do it. Okay. I'm going to get within 5 feet of the Verbeeg because Earl at this point's kind of convinced that he's like, I desecrated the tomb. I must atone for this. So he's going to cast Inflict Wounds with a level 2 spell.
Okay.
So that's a D20 plus 5. Is that how it works?
Well, I will say, did you take the time to attune to those items you picked up?
What would that be like the 30-minute short rest?
Kind of, yeah. I'd say if you wanted to while you were doing the pickaxe, you could have. Because if you were using the wand, that would give you an extra +1.
Okay. All right, so that'll give me a +1, +1, +5, okay, 20. Okay. Then yes, I'll go with that.
Okay, so did you attune to both of them or just one?
Would it be double time if I attuned both, or is it like the same?
I think it would be. So you would only have time to attune to one.
Okay. Then in that case, I would have attuned the pearl because I would want the extra spell slot.
That is fine.
All right. So inflict wounds 20 plus 5. That's a 23.
23 is a hit.
Thank God. Okay, so 4d10. 8, 7, 15, 7, 22. 28.
28 damage. All right. That's a big wound for one round. And she is going to turn at this small man who just hurt her and strike back. I don't even need the bane that's going to miss. That would have been. It's low. That would have been a 14, which would have been a hit, but even rolling a 1 on the bane makes it a miss. So that's a miss.
Thank goodness.
And it is Jack's turn.
Now, if this is too much trouble, I guess we don't have to. But if I would have had the Rebuke the Violent, I would have used it after that attack on Kashesi. That's still doable in the past.
Let me see real quick.
I feel like it would be as long as we know the damage that Kashesi took.
I will say, normally if we go this long without resolving it, I won't go back. That was like the whole round ago, but I'll allow it this time. And yeah, you definitely would have been able to do that. That was, I feel like it was 14 damage when it hit Kashizi.
That sounds right to me.
I think so.
It's a low roll. That's not going to meet a 12. So on failure, the attacker takes radiant damage equal to the damage it just dealt. So that's another 14 damage.
Nice.
All right.
Thank you, DM, for your generosity.
Yep.
Thank you.
Didn't even think about it.
We're all still learning. I mess up stuff like that too all the time. So
Didn't even think about it. I'm still up, right?
Make up stuff as we go. So yeah, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna pull out the old trusty glaive. Step and
You're
swing.
done.
21 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit.
And 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. Yeah, she looks bloodied.
And I'll stay where I'm at.
Okay. That is Jack's turn. We're back up to Kashizi.
Alright, death saving throw. That's an 8.
8, you have a failure.
Ugh.
Dewey's turn.
If I cast wounds, cast cure wounds, does that just stabilize her?
If it restores hit points, she will wake up.
Okay. Will she wake up with points or just be
She'll wake up with whatever points she gets.
fabulous? Okay. I'm gonna run in and slide into down to her. But behind her.
Yeah, you do slide a little bit too much on the ice, but it's easy.
Okay. I got claws. I can hold on. So I'm gonna touch her and give her come out. Da-da. Okay. 10.
Okay, Kashizi, you are conscious, but you are still on the ground. So you have to stand up if you want to next turn. All right, then Earl is up.
Okay. Can I use the Pearl of Power to get a spell slot back?
Yeah.
It just simply says use action to speak its command word and regain 1 expended spell slot. It doesn't seem to say whether that's a spell slot of a level 1 or 2.
So it's a spell slot that you have expended already. You get back a spell slot 1 less than that. So if you've used a second level spell slot, you can get a level 1 to use. Does that make sense?
Yes. Then
I'm not sure if you use it on a level 1 if you get anything back.
Since I've used a level 2, could I use the Pearl of Power to get a level 1 back?
Yes.
Okay. Then I would like to do that. And is that in and of itself an action?
I'm pretty sure it is, yes.
Dang it.
Pearl, using the pearl.
I can double check that, but using a magic item is most always an action.
Okay.
Yeah, use an action, you have to speak a command word, and you regain an expended spell slot. If the expended spell... Oh, so you can use it to get your second level spell slot back, right? So the downgrade only happens if it's a 4th level or higher.
Okay.
So for level 1, level 2, level 3, then you just get that one back.
Cool.
If it's higher than that, then you get a downgraded one back.
Okay.
So you can get a level 2 back if you want it.
Alrighty, I would like a level 2 back.
All right. Good thing I looked that up.
Thank you. And man, I wish I had my spiritual weapon back because I would use that as my bonus action. But alas.
I mean, you don't get that back as a level 2 spell? If you got a level 2 spell slot back, you can cast that now as a bonus action.
Oh, I see. Oh, God. Gosh. No, I want to keep it because for the next round, I would want to do like inflict wounds again because that's a much more powerful spell.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
You can do what you want, but you use an action to get a spell slot back, so you still have a bonus action you can spend this turn.
Oh, to use for the spiritual weapon. Okay, I got it. Okay,
Because that's the one of the spiritual weapon is pretty powerful, especially being a bonus action. Because if you're not using your bonus action for anything else, you basically have just an extra thing to do each turn.
Okay, then yes, I will cast spiritual weapon. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, so roll 5, 20 plus 5. 17.
17 to hit. That's a hit.
Okay.
But you want it to be behind him again? Her?
Yes, please.
The sheep out. I probably won't remember to, but I'll try to remember to have a little token for a spiritual weapon.
Alrighty. Bah. Oh, that's lucky. 11.
11 damage. Okay. All right, then yes. So she's gonna come back and attack Earl right back, and that is a 12 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. She's gonna stay and fight. So Jack's turn.
Glaive attack.
All right.
15 to hit.
15 is a hit.
$11 damage.
11. Okay. She's not looking too good at this time.
Hey, where I'm at.
Shezzy's turn.
All right. 2 questions. One, when I used levitate earlier, actually it did not take up a spell slot. Does that mean that I still have that slot?
Yeah. So you get levitate for being a genasi. So you can basically cast it once a day without using a spell slot.
Cool. Okay. And my second question: do I have to stand up in order to cast something?
You don't have to. You can keep laying on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just stay on my back and just cast underweight, 2nd level.
Okay.
Just like,
I like literally just picture you like laying under here and just be like, ah.
I just like laying up, just clap my
There
hands.
you go. Yeah.
I'm over this place. This
You're
giant-
literally clapping back at her.
Okay. So she has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh yeah.
And I've been forgetting about the Bane, but she hasn't been
Yeah.
doing much.
She gets baned.
So that's only a 6, so that's got to be a fail.
Yep. And it's the 2nd level Thunderwave, so it
Okay.
is. It says 3d8, but then when I read the thing, it says 2d8. So I'll just do the 2.
Yeah, when you use a second level or higher, the damage increases by an extra d8 for each slot. So the base damage is 2d8. You're doing 3d8.
Okay. The first roll was an 8. Second roll was a 6. Third roll was a 5.
19.
11, 8, 19.
Bless you.
19 damage. How do you want to do this?
Oh my god, I knew it.
The way I just described it, I'm just laying on my back. I still hear the giant making a bunch of noise. I just like
Yeah, you just
turn
kind of
over it.
blast her back, and she falls down and doesn't get back up.
God.
Thank goodness.
All right, and with that, we are out of initiative.
Dewey just says, "What the hell?"
Me still laying on my back. I'm just like, can we go home now?
You should always fight on your back. I take less damage.
Right?
And the two of you are now noticing like how much progress they've made, like trying to dig out the statue.
Oh my gosh.
They're pretty close to being able to get to the top of it. So I assume after this encounter, Earl definitely goes back to picking away at it.
I love it's like now Dewey is super paranoid. Like, are there more? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, because she totally let down her guard and like really regrets it because like Kashesi like almost got killed when she specifically had something that she like took down that would have saved her. So now, while they're doing that, I'm literally going to be going through the whole place and just seeing whatever I can find, if there's like tracks or anything else that makes it seem like there might be more or other people coming. Where that lady came from, I don't know.
If we're going to spend the night, I'll just move the barrels in front of the door. We can block the entrance.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to have to do, but we're going to have to stay the night here, so. Hey.
Turn. And her turn.
Do you want me to roll like any sort of like investigation or any other?
Sure. Make an investigation check.
Okay.
All right. Susanna's back.
Yes.
All right. Eventually, you make it to the point where you can reach down and touch the statue, and you can cast Identify. And I'm just going to copy paste this little whole block out of the book and send it to you.
Okay.
All right. And in the meanwhile, Dewey is exploring the cave.
I got a 16.
16. Okay. You do not find any other signs of creatures living here other than the sheep and the goats. You've explored pretty much the whole cave at this point. When we're done, I'll just send you my whole map of the cave. So
Okay.
You do notice it has the snow has picked up quite a bit outside. Since it was starting to snow when you guys like were coming in, it was starting to pick up. But yeah, it's a pretty good downpour of snow outside.
Okay. If I see that Jack is done helping pick stuff, I'll maybe get him to help like see if we can kind of figure out some sort of barricade or something. I don't know, with some of the other barrels. I don't want to like damage the wine barrels, but like, or those logs. I don't know.
I can show you this artwork. So you notice that one far to the east entrance to the cave, there were like large bones of an animal. They seem to be like it seems to be like a mammoth skeleton.
Oh.
And it kind of marks the entrance to the cave, and there's artwork of that. I will share in chat.
Stephen, a question. If could we use a torch for where the ice was near the statue, and could people drink from that as a result?
It would take you a while to melt, like enough to get like a cup of water, but potentially, if you had a way to melt some water,
can I light a torch and do that?
you can. I think you'll find it's very cold ice. It's you are able to melt something, basically make the surface of it wet. But you could try like lick it, but you might not want to lick the frozen object and get stuck to it. So
right. What I'm gonna talk to people and say if you drink some water from this, you'll get a greater restoration spell.
Yeah, okay.
What was said?
I'll give you this. So what you might think, you've picked at this and like broken a bunch of chunks of it off. You could probably like take that in like a bowl or something and bring it over a fire and melt it down.
Okay.
You might be able to do something like that. But yeah, I think you're gonna have a hard time getting enough melted ice to have the effect you want it to have.
Okay.
But you kind of put together from all you've learned, this was kind of like specifically created to be a spiritual place of healing, and people would basically like bathe in this little pool.
So, in other words, there's nothing that we could really do to get enough ice to melt it to get at what we want in terms of like that restoration spell.
Correct. It's being frozen. It's kind of blocking off the means of getting that.
Okay. Rats.
Maybe try coming back in the summer.
When we're all done here, okay, yeah. I guess I would I would just be trying to figure out a way to secure us, although I do feel like the snow is probably going to do a lot of that if it's heavy snow. Like I don't think someone's going to find this cave.
Yeah, from what you had to do to get here, it's unlikely that like a random is going to stumble across this cave.
Okay.
Obviously, the people who were living here knew about it.
Okay.
You don't know who all was living here, but taken out 4 of them already.
We don't have to barricade the entrances. We'll just barricade a room with the barrels, because we're going to get more barrels with the wagon, and then we'll set up the sheeps as alarm. Let us know something.
I was going to say we could kind of drag the bodies, blocking some too. I don't think anyone's going to come in and find that, like, unless there's another one of them. But like, I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be dark.
I think we should like make camp in the big main room. And like have some dinner.
Yeah, they already cooked it for us.
Take a long rest.
Well, that's one. Did anyone ever go and look and see what was cooking?
Like see
what? I assume that was a part of Dewey's exploration, but I still want to go back to the second room where the bear was originally. Bear dog.
Oh no! Please tell me what was cooking was an animal.
It seems to have been a dwarf.
Oh.
I assumed that from him saying, "Nice dwarf."
And finding like the dwarf's clothes and items nearby.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are any interesting clothing items?
They are torn. Let's see if there's anything else about it.
There's the battle axe.
Yeah,
And there's
the
also
axe.
a bunch of torches too. You wanted them. Here.
Yeah, I'll take the torches.
There were like 10 torches.
We'll store them back at the inn or something.
In the morning, Earl's gonna want to either bury or at least do some type of ritual for this dwarf.
Okay. Yeah, you find like his clothes are kind of cut up, and you find one of his. He had one thick leather boot, and the Verbeeg seems to have been unstitching the other one, trying to use the leather for something.
Oh.
So there's a pair of boots, but one of them is ripped open.
Is there anything else of value around the walls, ceiling, interest?
I know you guys have kind of explored everything in this cave. There are how many sheep and how many goats? There are 7 goats and 6 sheep. They're all in healthy condition.
We're taking them.
You're gonna herd them 8 hours away.
Done that before.
We can't
No
exactly
biggie.
leave them in a cave to die.
I know.
At absolute minimum,
Can't you just imagine them in front of the jackpot?
Oh man.
And
Shear them, pull off the
the
pillows.
animals seem well cared for. Almost as if they were more like pets.
Huh.
Feel this fluff, do we?
if they're well cared for, are these sheep and goats angry that their potential masters have been killed by us?
I don't know if they are that aware of their surroundings to notice.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to eat one of those.
I mean, hey, you're the cook. You've got the
Let's
butchering
win.
skills.
Let's win.
Well, I
I'm
think
just a
most
herder.
like rations.
I mean, I still have a lambus, the tundra cakes.
Yeah, I've got an extra tundra cake if you want one and don't want to kill an animal.
So there's also like bear meat available.
There you go.
Yep. Guess he wanted the hide anyway.
Yeah, there you go. Jack, butcher that up. Take off the skin for Kashesi.
Not a butcher. I do have my glaive is sharp.
Put that thing on a pike and roast it. There's plenty of salt and pepper.
There is.
All right, I got you.
Come on, Chef Jack.
Test out a recipe for the new inn.
Yeah, show us what you can do.
I grumble and go over there and start slowly.
All right, so you guys kind of set up a camp here, presumably for the night. We'll end there.
All right.
All right.
Yay.
Hey, we're still alive.
It's a whole episode in the cave.
Yeah.
And no hags this time. All right, good game. There's made some progress there. All right, have a good night, and we'll see everyone next time. Bye.
Bye.